भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नित्य नामिने कृष्णपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी सत्यदेशतारिणे नमस्ते कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद जय श्री प्रभु Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya गोविंद जय जय हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा श्रील प्रभुपदा श्रील भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती प्रभुपाद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती प्रभुपाद ये श्री भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपदा ये श्री भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपदा जय गुरुदेव गुरुदेव श्रील गुरुदेव गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिसिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर इति नामिने श्रीवर्षवानवी देवी दायिताय कृपाब्दये कृष्णसंबंध विज्ञानदायिने प्रभवे नमः माधुर्योज्वल प्रेमाढ्य श्रीरूपानुगभक्तिदा श्रीगौरकरुणा शक्ति विग्रहाय नमोस्तुते Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Deenatarine Rupanuga Viruddha Apasiddhanta Dvantaharine Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Welcome all of you. So all of you are able to see the PPT. It's very important. Today is Disapperance, auspicious Disapperance Day of Srila Bhaktisiddhant Thakur. So this is a very elaborate PowerPoint. So I will speed it through because I know many of you sitting here are senior devotees. You know about the life of Saraswati Thakur. So I will only stop in those places where I want to give explanation, okay? See, acharyas in this world, in Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya it is said, when the acharyas see the material world from the spiritual sky, spiritual world, Vaikuntha, they cry loudly, saying that, my dear Lord, look at the jivas, how they are suffering terribly in the material world. So, please send us to the material world to reclaim some of those suffering souls and bring them back to Godhead. So they beg the Lord for the opportunity to come to this world on duty. The company sends you on duty. Generally, when a company sends you on duty, that means you will leave the company and go maybe 3-4 days somewhere out, stay in some, Delhi at some other place, and then finish your duty and come back. Correct, no? Like that, they come to the material world, they descend. Prabhupada even says that they are born in different countries, like Prabhupada says Jesus appeared abroad somewhere. So these saintly devotees of the Lord appear in different parts of the world. And they are not bound by any karma like us in this world. So such liberated souls, pure acharyas who are coming in the disciplic line, they have created a spiritual revolution in this world. They come to in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Garbhastuti, 2nd chapter, the 10th canto, there is one very beautiful analogy given there. Such acharyas come and devise new ways by which you can go back to Godhead. How can you devise a new way that is not said in the scriptures, you may ask? New way actually means it's an old way only, but new, it's still called a new way because it is innovatively presented. For example, Prabhupada innovated Swami step, correct? Dancing. Hare Krishna, moving back and forth, isn't it? In the very first, hippies also picked up the Swami step. Similarly, Prabhupada brought the Vedic cuisine to America, and so many items Prabhupada made. Prabhupada says you can make some 400 sweet items from milk, Prabhupada says, one place. So many varieties of prasad he made and fed to the hippies, purified them, and then made them develop attraction to the chanting of the holy name. Prabhupada devised festivals like Rath Yatra and deity worship in the temples, and also Harinam Sankirtan, book distribution. These are all very unique ways Prabhupada invented to keep the disciples spiritually absorbed, engaged, and get purified also by them. Otherwise, we cannot chant 24 hours like Haridas Thakur. So the acharyas come up with varieties of ways by which the jivas can safely get shelter in Krishna's lotus feet. So in that chapter it is said, the acharyas devised a method which is compared to the boat. Prabhupada said 16 rounds, 4 regulative principles, lifelong you do, you can go back to Godhead. So when Acharya makes a statement like that, then Krishna agrees with Acharya's method, what he has prescribed. Because my pure devotee has prescribed this, okay, anybody who fits this, I sanction them back to Godhead. So you will read in the purport, Prabhupada says that the Acharyas devise ways which are accepted by Krishna, and therefore they make a boat, it says there. So you can board the boat and return back to Godhead. So, but they leave the boat behind, it is said, in this world. Like Prabhupada made this ISKCON society, made this plan of 16 rounds, 4 legs and everything, and a devotional lifestyle in ISKCON. And he has left it behind for us to follow. But we don't have to row the boat at all. Why? Because the samsara sagar becomes like a small puddle of water which can be contained in the hoof print of a calf. It becomes so small under the boat, you will actually get into the boat this side and that side to get out. And that's all. You don't have to move the boat also. You just have to stay in the society, spiritual society. So in this way, see, in 1874, he appeared in Jagannath Puri. We have been to his home, isn't it? Where the current Gaudiya Math is there. Because it was the prayer of Srila Bhaktisiddhant Thakur to Lord Krishna that for regenerating the movement of Lord Chaitanya, I want a ray of Vishnu, a very powerful personality. Because in 15th century, when, let me check whether I can locate it. Yeah. See, this is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's powerful following Sampradaya. In the top you find Panchatattva sitting, and all other Vaishnavas. Many Chaitanya tree has many branches. But then after Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you can see here the decline, and you can see Goswamis, 6 Goswamis, they continued very nicely also. They fulfilled all the desire of Lord Chaitanya. Following that, these 5 personalities are very special. Narottam Thakur, Srinivasacharya, Shyamananda Pandit, Sri Rasikananda, and Ramchandra Kaviraj. Ramchandra Kaviraj is Srinivasacharya's disciple, and Rasikananda is disciple of Shyamananda Pandit. These 5 personalities did a lot of preaching in 16th century. So 14th, 15th, 16th centuries. After that, what happened? The parampara was continuing, but the number of Vaishnavas gradually became limited because 13 Apasampradayas came. And like here you find people started wearing sari like gopis. They became Saki Beki, Gauranga Nagari, like that. Many Sampradayas, Apasampradayas came. They neglected philosophical understanding. And ritualistic worship was going on that replaced realization. And there were lack of qualified spiritual leaders. So many of the so-called gurus, they were cheaters. They fell down from their position. And bhakti was also misinterpreted by them in a sahajiaic manner. So they took bhakti path very cheaply. So as it degraded further, so the Sahaja teachers, I've written elaborately about this. So when you come to the time of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he was a revolutionary. He's called a 7th Goswami. So in his time, he saw that, on one hand, the Sahajaism is going on. Sahaja people don't accept any guru. They say we directly have a relation with Krishna. And then there are Nityananda Vamsh, Advaita Vamsh people. They only are born in, they are only taking Diksha from the Vamsh, but they are not following anything. That was another degradation. There were other impersonalists. And so Bhaktivinoda Thakur in his times wrote more than 100 books. And then he preached very vigorously. He started a Namahat in Godrundweep. From there he expanded to 1500 centers. I heard he was running all over Bengal, different places. Every weekly report would come to him regularly. So he was one of the most vigorous preachers in our. He wrote one book called as Godrumat Kalpatavi. So based on that, His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj has published a book called as Bhakti Vriksha Manual now. Very similar cell group method preaching. And he prayed for Raya Vishnu, and then he got his son Bhaktisiddhant Thakur. So he wanted a son who will revive the original power Shakti of the Lord Chaitanya's movement. Okay. That was about book distribution. We'll come back to our. So, when the child was born, Jagannath Mahaprasad is first given to Bimla Devi deity. So therefore he was called by the name Bimla Prasad. So his umbilical cord was wrapped around his body like a Brahman thread when he was born. So when they were taking the child, when the mother brought the child in front of the Jagannath Rath cart, when she kept the child at the lotus feet of Jagannath, a garland exactly fell around his neck. So in this way, Bhagavati Devi's child, you can see that he was a blessed child right from birth. So this is Bhaktisiddhant Thakur, this one here you find. Extreme. So this is a well-known story. At the age of 4, he ate some mangoes and his father said, how can he eat without offering to Lord? After that, lifelong, he never touched mango after that. So at the age of 7, he was given a Kurma deity by his father. Kurma Dev represents stability. So he worshipped Kurma Dev. And by the age of 7, he knew all the 700 shlokas of the Gita. He memorized all of them very easily. He was super brilliant. So he also came up with one shorthand language, you see. Yeah. So at the age of 11, he made his own shorthand. Any of you here, you have gone through shorthand writing? Yeah, correct. No, stenographers do that. So when I started my learning typing, I also learned this shorthand. We would take dictation very easily, you can take in this. So he invented his own system of shorthand writing. His father was training him so that he can proofread and print and publish Sajjan Toshini now. And later on, his father thought when he becomes a great Vaishnava, he will publish himself. Will do that. So his father was actually a senior deputy magistrate. So he put him in Sarampur High School. So he was not inclined to material education. Right from young age, naturally inclined to studying spiritual books. So he founded one Chirkumar Sabha with the intention of assembling a lot of brahmacharis. At the end, he was the only one remaining. Everyone has changed. So Prabhupada called him as Shrutidhar. Everything he remembered. Yeah. So as a young boy, he published books on astrology called Surya Siddhanta. Later on, he was given the name Bhaktisiddhant Saraswati. So he was earlier expert in astronomy. And Jagannath Das Babaji had told him to make this Panchanga also. He was very expert in astronomical calculations and all. So he was offered a chair at the University of Calcutta, but he declined. He thought it will be a impediment in my spiritual progress. He didn't accept it. See, he enrolled in a Sanskrit college, but very soon he left that also, thinking that, he was only attracted to these 2 books, Prem Bhakti Chandrika and Prarthana. This was his attraction. All the time he would carry it. Because his guru, Gaur Krishna Baba, used to carry these 2 books also, Prarthana and Prem Bhakti Chandrika. He said, if anybody has this 2, once he said, if you have 25 paisa with you, you can go back to Godhead. He said, I wonder how? He said, just buy these 2 books with this. That's all. Now, if any of you go through this Prarthana books, the kind of prayers Bhaktivinoda Thakur, that Narottam Thakur has done this Prarthana, you will see that. And Prem Bhakti Chandrika also, Narottam Thakur's very, very beautiful songs offering a shelter, seeking shelter. So he says that I didn't want to be materially deviated, so he quitted the Sanskrit college also. So then he took up a profession under King of Tripura. He became like a Rajpurohit. For 3 years he worked, and then he because Tripura at that time it was actually a Vaishnava state. Because the king of all Manipur was even now Vaishnavas. You will find that. So there are disciples of Narottam Das Thakur, followers of Narottam Das Thakur. So in 3 years he retired with full pension, and he left that service also after that. So his father told him to go to Gaur Krishna Babaji for taking initiation. So let us say a little bit about Gaur Krishna Das Babaji. We were in Yatra now in Vrindavan. There is a place called Surya Kund, where Jagannath Das Babaji used to come to chant. So at that time, Bhaktivinoda Thakur was very keen to see that I want to only associate with those Vaishnavas who are very pure and strictly practicing. Because he didn't want to be deviated by any of the Apasampradaya people. At that time, even Chaitanya Charitamrita was rare to get. Only one copy he got, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And once he got that book, he said there is no book like this. He considered himself so extremely fortunate. So he was reading the Chaitanya Charitamrita, and he was searching after good Vaishnavas. Because when we associate, our association should uplift us, not degrade us. So at that time, Bhaktivinoda Thakur in 1880, he found in Surya Kund this Jagannath Das Babaji sitting and chanting there. He would be doing kirtan very melodiously, and he would jump 4 feet above the ground. Although his age was more than 120. He lived till 148, he lived. So he was very, very pure personality. And he had one Prapanna Bhaktivinoda Thakur had started two. One was Prapanna Ashram, another one was Vishwa Vaishnava Rajya Sabha. These two things he had started. So there he invited Jagannath Das Babaji to become a president of the club, of the assembly of Vaishnavas, and come and address them from Srimad Bhagavatam. So he would invite him. And every talk that he gave, Jagannath Das Babaji gave, Bhaktivinoda Thakur saw his heart completely resonating with him. And Jagannath Das Babaji also felt that Bhaktivinoda Thakur is the purest of the personalities at that point of time. So he very much had respect for him and appreciation for him. And he inspired him to preach also. That is why Bhaktivinoda Thakur later on went to Godrundweep and made a facility there to start preaching in Godrundweep. So then when Bhaktivinoda Thakur was giving classes in Swananda Sukhada Kunj, at that time he would come. Gaur Krishna Babaji would come. And Gaur Krishna Babaji also would sit and chant 2 lakh names every day, sometimes 3 lakh, sometimes 2 lakh names he would chant. He was also another very pure personality who was taking inspiration from Bhaktivinoda Thakur in our line. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur found him to be the purest of the Vaishnavas, because Gaur Krishna Babaji was such an renounced personality. He would accept the cloth that would be left behind in the graveyard. That is the cloth he would use. So he was leading an extremely simple life. And when people would come for Ashirwad, he was so fed up, he would go to the public latrine and chant there. Because there people would be feeling such a nasty smell, nobody would want to come that side. So he would go and chant there. Somebody asked him, why are you chanting here? He said, here I don't know, I'm not disturbed by anybody. He would say. So he never was appreciative of cheaters. Sometimes somebody would pretend to be crying tears of love for God, and he would expose those people. And all these 3 personalities, Jagannath Das Babaji, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Gaur Krishna Babaji, very, very pure. Innumerable pastimes you will hear when you read about them, how they practice their bhajan. So these people, they stood apart from the mass of those people at that time. When Vaishnavism was very much criticized by the other impersonalists and others because of having no standard, and things had become extremely diluted. At that point of time, when Bhaktivinoda Thakur appeared, Bhaktivinoda Thakur told him that this is a personality you should take initiation from. Gaudiya Krishna Babaji. So he decided to accept, but then he went to meet him. He saw that, he was only eating plain rice soaked in Ganga water with some little chili and salt. That's all he would eat. So when he went and begged him for initiation, he said, initially he refused, but then seeing this boy coming to him again and again, he said, okay, I will check with Lord Chaitanya what he says. Then repeatedly approached him. Then he said, no, Lord Chaitanya told me that I'm not qualified to give. I'm not going to give you. So, and then he said, once Lord told me not to give. So Bhaktisiddhant Thakur really was, 17 times he was going to him. And 18th time when he went, he gave him initiation that time. He is the first and last disciple he accepted. He didn't accept any more disciples after that. But Gaudiya Krishna Babaji would sometimes go to a hall where Bhaktisiddhant Thakur would be speaking to thousands of people. He would stand behind a pillar and he would hear his lecture. So people would ask him, you are his guru, how you are hearing his lecture? He would say, oh, he is my Prabhu, he would say. He considered even his disciples as Prabhu. That was his consciousness. So in 1900, he was initiated as, Bimala Prasad was initiated. And then 1905, he decided to chant 1 billion names. 1 billion means how many? 10 into 10 million, correct now? That's 1 million. That comes to how much? How many crores? 100 crores. Actually, 10 million means... 10 million means 1 crore. 100 crores, yeah, 1 billion. See, according to certain Puranas, if you chant 100 crores of Nam, you will not come back to this world. So I was just making a calculation. We all chant 25,000 names a day, correct now? So in 4 days we finish 1 lakh. So in 1 year, if we take it as 400 days, we finish 1 crore. In 1 year, correct? Because in 1 lakh we finish in 4 days. In 100 days we finish. Yeah, 100 into 1 lakh is how much? 1 crore. 1 crore. That means in 1 year you finish 1 crore. So you have to live 100 years to finish. So that is why they were chanting, 3 lakh names. Now we chant only 25. Actually, people are chanting 1 lakh names. 64 rounds, why Bhaktisiddhant Thakur gave? Because people nowadays are living only 60 years, 60, 70 years only. Correct now? We don't live longer. But if you live 100 years and chanting 16 rounds, you will complete how many crores? 100. But we start Krishna consciousness at 25. Correct now? So already 25 years went without chanting. I started chanting 16 rounds from 25th year. Correct now? Probably 20, 22, 23, I think. So which means after that, if we live till 80 also, we have lived only 60 years only. That means you have covered only 60 crores. So 100 crores is something that the Shastras say if one crosses. Even my mother used to write several crores of Ram Nam, and in South India, in Matha, they would give a coin for her. So there is a talk about that 100 crores in many places. So here in 1 billion, in 10 years only, he would finish 100 crores. Which means every day how many? 3 lakh names every day. That means it is 12 times what we are chanting. Correct now? We are chanting 25,000 names. So 12 times if somebody chants, that means in 1 year you finish 12 crore. Correct now? So in how many years? In 9 years you finish 100 crores. Correct now? Yeah. Correct now? So in those days when he would be chanting, when he would, it's clear now, calculation is clear now? Yeah. See, when it would rain, he won't have time to, repair the roof. So he would take umbrella and chant, and the rain would stop after that. And he would only cook, whatever would fit in 2 palms, only that much he would cook rice and that's all he would eat for one day. Like that he practiced. He slept on the floor only for a few hours. He chanted like that. He cooked in an earthen pot, only 2 palmful of. Like that, severe austerities they did. So one day, one person went to Bhaktisiddhant Thakur and said that, your son is very powerful. I want to request him to start a matha, from where we can preach Krishna consciousness. So, can you please tell me where is he? Bhaktisiddhant Thakur said he has gone to Shida Mayapur. So you will find him there. If you request him, he may come and start a matha. He said. So when this fellow went to Mayapur, near the Navadvip area, there was Ganga is flowing there, and there's a forest nearby. So he saw this personality with both the arms raised, loudly and ecstatically chanting Nitya Gauranga's name, and he jumped into the Ganges. And he thought that, how can this fellow start a matha? He's completely in ecstasy. That was the time he was chanting this 9 years, in those times. He would take a dip in the Ganges, he would go back and chant. He will not talk to anybody. Fully 24/7 he would be engaged, 3 lakh names chanting. It's like Haridas Thakur chanted whole life, and he chanted about 9 years, like that. Correct, no? So, but later on, one day, this gentleman, somebody came and battered his door. And then he opened the door and he saw Bhaktisiddhant Thakur neatly donned in the sannyasi clothes. He said, my father told me that he wanted to start a matha, I am ready now, he said. He said, now help me with the money part, let us get started for preaching. So he started preaching after that. So, yeah, there was one debate where the Brahmanas had invited Bhaktivinoda Thakur. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur was very old and sick, 1911. I think Bhaktivinoda Thakur left in 1920, I think. He left the world, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur left in 1936. So he said, I will send my son. So when Bhaktivinoda Thakur went, he understood that the Brahmanas want to prove Brahmanas are great. So he spoke the glory of Brahmanas in the scriptures, and Brahmanas were very happy. Oh, he is so eloquent, speaking on the glory of Brahmins. And after that, he spoke the glory of Vaishnavas. And he told Vaishnavas are even superior to Brahmins. And Vaishnava can be born in any race, any caste, creed, color, nationality. Then he glorified. So hearing that, the Brahmanas became very disturbed. They presented various arguments, and he presented other arguments. Like Prahlad Maharaj says, Viprad Vishad Gunayutat Aravindanabha Padaravinda Vimukhat Chapachambarishtam Manye Tadarpitamano Vachane Hitat Pranam Punati Sakulam Natuburi Manaha. Prahlad is comparing a non-devotee Brahmana to a devotee Chandala. He says a devotee Chandala is superior to a non-devotee Brahmana who may have 12 great qualities, he says. Because such a Brahmana cannot even deliver himself. How will he deliver others? Whereas a Chandala birth fellow who becomes a Vaishnava devotee, he can deliver his whole race. Like that he says. So he quoted such kind of verses. Another verse, Shat Karma Nupano Vipro Mantra Tantra Visharadaha Avaishnavo Guru Nasyat Vaishnavo Shapacho Guru. That is also a verse like this. Even if somebody is very expert in Mantra Tantra, Visharad means very great expert. He cannot be accepted as a guru unless he is a proper Vaishnava. Avaishnav Mukodgirno Putam Harikatamritam Shravanam Naiva Kartavyam Sarpochistayatapayah. If somebody is not a Vaishnava, one should not hear any katha from him. Because it is like a milk touched by a serpent. So there are many, many verses from the scriptures comparing Brahmanas and the Vaishnavas. Vaishnavas can be born in any... you all know Kanchipurna was living in Kanchipuram. In Tamil we call him as Tirukachinambi. In English we call Kanchipurna, we call him. So he was actually born in a Shudra family. But he was so exalted in his bhakti, he would talk to Lord Varadaraja, face to face, he would talk to him. Many people knew that he talks to Lord. Lord also replies to him. Once Sripad Ramanacharya, he gave him 6 questions to him. He said, these are very, very complex questions on Vedanta. Only Lord will know the answer. And Kanchipanna took those questions and got them answered by the Lord and gave it back. Although he himself didn't read it. He took questions of Ramanuja, he told the questions, Lord gave the answer and gave it to him. Such perfect answer was given. So many Brahmanas would bow down to him also. Kanchipanna was such famous, pure devotee. So there is one pastime of Tirpan Alvar. Tirpan Alvar was actually low born in lower class. But he was a pure devotee. He would be playing a kind of an veena type of instrument, Tanpura type of instrument. He would be playing and completely with eyes closed, he would be relishing beautiful bhajans and kirtans. And one day he was sitting in the pond, in front of the pond. The path was very narrow, very narrow pathway. So the Brahman, Pujari, who had to go through the pathway to fetch the water for the Lord's seva, he thought if I go, my body may, by mistake, touch the body of Tirpan. So he told Tirpan Alvar that, hey, Tirpan, move aside. I have to fetch water for seva of the Lord. I have to bathe the Lord. But Tirpan was completely oblivious to the external surroundings. He was completely absorbed in the kirtan. So this Brahman took one small stone and hit him like this. He just threw it on him. A small stone that hit on the head and it slightly started bleeding. And immediately Tirpan came to the external consciousness. And then seeing the Brahman, he moved aside. So let him go and get water. But then when this Pujari brought the water back, he could not open the altar from backside or front side, from no side. All the doors were all jammed. And he was wondering, he was battering the door. My dear Lord, it's getting late for your Abhishek. The Lord said, I won't accept Abhishek from you. He said, what have you done to my pure devotee? He said, immediately go to Tirpan and put him on your shoulder and bring him to the temple. Tell him that I am very desperate to see him. You have hurted him on his head by hitting him with a stone. So Pujari felt, now I understood, now I have done Mahad Aparad. Immediately he went to the riverside. So he said, Lord is inviting you to temple. He wants to see you. Please come. Tirpan said, myself, I am such a low-class fallen soul. I have no adhikar to even put my feet in the temple, he said. Pujari said, that's why I'm going to lift you on my shoulder. You don't have to put your feet. He put him on his shoulder and brought him. In fact, he had brought him only to the veranda of the temple, just like in Hinjewadi temple outside we have veranda used to have, no? He was brought in the veranda. Lord came out of the altar. Lord came out and saw him. And completely, Tirpan Alvar, seeing the Lord, his whole body melted. He entered Vaikuntha in the very same moment, seeing the Lord's darshan. So, there are great devotees. So, Bhaktisiddhant Thakur glorified Vaishnavas. Who is a Vaishnava? Even there is a dialogue, if you read about Brahmana, Durvasa, Durvasa dialogue with Lord Vishnu, Durvasa told Lord Vishnu, why are you not protecting me? Do you remember the verse, Namo Brahmane Devaya, correct, no? You only told that verse, Namo Brahmane Devaya. Go Brahmana Hita, you always do Brahmana Hita. But I am a Brahmana, are you aware of it, Lord, my Lord? You forgotten the sloka or what? Lord told, yeah, I remember very well. But I love Brahmanas, but I love Vaishnavas even more, he said. He asked, why? Why is that so? He said, see, when you created a big demon to kill Ambarish, he didn't budge 1 inch. On the contrary, he folded his palms, closed his eyes, and remembered me. And when you were chased by the Sudarshan, you ran to Indraloka, all lokas you went, Shiva Loka, Brahma Loka, everywhere. So why will I not love the Vaishnavas more? Look at his consciousness, look at your consciousness, he said. See, after he succeeded, see, there is big Maramari, there's a stampede. Everybody wanted the foot wash of Bhaktisiddhant Thakur. So the police people found it very difficult to control the people. They washed his feet, they put his leg in a bucket of water, washed and threw it on the head of everybody. Then people became satisfied after that. So in November 1912, he went to various holy places like Shrikhanda, Yajigram, Katwa, Jamatpur, Chakandi and Daihat and other holy places, and he vigorously preached, traveling all these places. Sridhar Mayapur, Calcutta. Yeah. See, he started the Bhagavat Yantralaya in 1913. He started. If you see the Gaudiya Mat symbol, on one side you will find Mridangam and printing press. On the other side you will find a lamp and the bell. So the lamp and bell is for Pancharatrika Vidhi, worshipping the deity form of the Lord. And Mridangam and Bhagavatam is for Bhagavata Vidhi. See, Mridangam can make sound in one room, and the Brihat Mridangam can make sound in the whole universe. That is the books. Correct? Now you call it as Brihat Mridanga. So his idea was, we should do puja of the Lord in the temple, but we should not stop with that. We should propagate it all over the world, glories of the Lord all over the world. So therefore in the symbol both were present. So he printed books for Chaitanya Charitamrita with his commentaries on Anubhashya, we call it, and Srimad Bhagavatam with commentaries of Vishwanath Thakur and many other commentaries. So his idea was that people are not reading the Srimad Bhagavatam and Vedic literature. So if they study, all the apasampradayas can be driven out. That is his idea. Yeah. So he took sannyas. At that time there was no Vaishnava available to take sannyas. As I told you, there was a lot of degradation. So he took, his guru was absent also, guru was not there. So from his own guru's picture he took sannyas in 1918. And same year in Ultadanga Junction, see, in March he took sannyas, and November, in 1918, he started this Ultadanga Junction Matha. He started. Prabhupada met him in which year? 1922. Just 4 years later, Prabhupada met him there. So he called it as a Gaudiya Mat. Eventually, Gaudiya Mat expanded to 64 places. 64 places expanded later on. So his father started a Vishwa Vaishnava Rajya Sabha, which he continued very nicely. Yeah. Yeah, 1936. By the time he had established 64 mathas all over India. So, of course, this is... there are certain episodes given, I'm going to skip it. It will get late otherwise. Important ones. This is our Abhay Babu meeting him in 1922. And then giving instruction to him. And then Prabhupada taking, if you get money, you print books. And then Prabhupada wrote Glorification of Vyas Puja. This is Radha Kund. If you ever get money, print books. He gave him instruction. Subhash Chandra Bose asked, you have a lot of young men in your matha. Can I take some of them as soldiers? he told, he said, see, for your national propaganda, you require strong men. Look at my brahmacharis, are thin fellows. He said, you can see they're very skinny. Don't put your glance on them. Let them eat some little prasad and chant Hare Krishna, he said. So, the Bagh Bazaar temple, one of his disciples gave the entire life's earning for making the Bagh Bazaar temple. You'll find it there. I will skip some of those things. Yeah, in those days only 2 people had such a car, vehicle. But he would take all the books in his car, and when you go to the village, many people will come to see the car, and he would distribute books to them. One man asked him, what new spiritual news do you have to print a news every day? So Bhaktisiddhant Thakur told him, we can print a news every second. There is so much nectar in spiritual subject, but you don't have time to read. Told him, there is so much, every second we can publish. So, yeah. So like this, there are many. This is a very important one. He made many diorama exhibits like this. Because Bhaktisiddhant Thakur said that if you make dioramas, people will stay and watch and ask questions. They will learn the philosophy instead of just picture. So like we have this Dhruva Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj in our NVCC temple around there when you go. murals. Because people read, if you put some caption, people wait and watch and read. So that's how from him, our Srila Prabhupada also learned that, and everywhere in all his contemplates we have this kind of Dharma show we have. He made the Navadvipa Panchika. Here the year starts with Gaur Purnima to Gaur Purnima. You see, his father had started the Sajjan Toshini. Later on he renamed it as Harmonist. And then there is a Nadia Prakash, English Bengali magazine. Some pages will be in English, some will be in Bengali, in the same magazine. Yeah. It's a daily newspaper he started. Yeah. And he started another magazine called Bhagavata, a Hindi fortnightly. That means once in 15 days. And then Paramarthi, a Odiyan magazine, fortnightly. And Kirtana, and Assamese monthly. Can you imagine? So, see, nowadays there is Christians, this Jehovah Witnesses, they have a magazine called as Watchtower. 32 lakhs per month they print. They distribute it freely all across the globe. So Prabhupada used to say that the communism spread all over the world because of printing small pamphlets. When you make small pocket books or print pamphlets and you distribute in millions, people gradually learn what is the content of communism. Similarly, this book should be published and distributed. See, these books can go to places where you cannot go. Sometimes in college hostels you cannot go, but books can go. You can go to somebody's room. So he had so many different magazines. So he was a very great scholar in English. 108 books he published, essays and books. So some list is given here. And also he discovered many, many pilgrimage sites of Lord Chaitanya's visit and put Padapithas there. Nowadays, hundreds of places have Padapithas for Lord Chaitanya nowadays. Like one of the places is Venkatapata's home in Srirangam, like that. Dharma's boat party, you see, preaching to British Viceroy and English people. Even he made some disciples abroad also. Bhaktisiddhant Thakur. Not many, a few were American and British disciples of Bhaktisiddhant Thakur. She was a very, very vigorous missionary preacher. He even preached to Indian kings, viceroys, governors. You can see him here in the very great attire, special attire. See, all this Englishmen, they would come and sit and hours with him, they would discuss, because they found his talk very meaningful. They could, because he was talking universally. His philosophical presentation was universal. It was not anything like a religious presentation, because if it were only Hindu religion, they wouldn't be interested. They saw that he's presenting in a very universal fashion. So, in this way, he sent his sannyasis in even Western clothes to travel and go to UK, London, and preach. Yeah. These are preaching adventures of Bhaktisiddhant Thakur. Yeah. So he accepted and respected. But his point was Bhaktisiddhant Thakur would smash all wrong philosophies. So that's why you say Apasiddhanto Dvanta Harine, we say. It's only content people who want to perform solitary bhajans. So of course you can chant like this, ISKCON devotee thing. They put a simple ISKCON devotee, they put a picture. You can also chant near a mountain like this, only 16 minutes chant will come back. But solitary bhajan people are so-called Bawajis, many were imitators, therefore. He used to say, Pranachayar, Sehet Prachar. So one who has life can preach. See, I was showing you on PPT just a few minutes ago. I'll just show you this 1 minute. See, Vaishnavism used to give a lecture about book distribution, and then he would go out in the street with children. You see, all the children are ready here, taking the books. You are seeing that? And here he has left the children to themselves. All three are attacking this Mataji. See here. The books. Amazing, no? Such small kids. Even at that age, he has given them the inspiration to go out. Just see. So, there is one little girl who distributes. I'll just see whether I have that video. So I saw one, recently, our Antardeep Prabhu went to US. She put a book table in Cincinnati. He just stayed for about 20 days. First he started with the book table like this, University of Cincinnati. And 7 days he was registering the names of those who buy the books. Many Indian boys also came, Western boys also came. So he got 165 students registered for device course. And after that, this is the University of Cincinnati Eastern boys, these are Eastern girls, and these are East and West boys and girls. So these are the boys. After the device, so many are there. You see, all the names are also mentioned there. Weekly programs got started. All these are book buyers. They all have become devotees now. So now he took them for a...
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare.
So the many of the Western boys. And then he took them for the retreat, you see, having a nice talk with them, you see. See, this is a very special place where I am sitting now. This is called the Turtle Park. There is a small pond there, Turtle Pond. And this is a very holy place. Why? Because Vishnu Swami and Tamaksha Maharaj, the same grass you are seeing there, that's where they were preaching. They used to do a similar type of program, and they made many, many devotees. So right opposite that we have a center now in Texas. They're all, they are all book buyers. They purchase book and became devotees.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
So, in America, we are doing this kind of preaching in almost 15 places, 15 different cities. There is one man devotee connected, And today I had a talk with Columbus, where Mansundar Prabhu studied in Ohio State University. There is a Naveen Krishna Prabhu. So in Columbus Temple, they have got 55 acres land. It's a very big project. It's an amazing thing. In the middle of the city, they have 50 acres land. So the farm and temple can be in the same place. Amazing, no? They can cultivate crops, they can do so many things. They can even do something like, Rana Swami Maharaj is very inspired by that project because Maharaj is thinking that in future he may do another GV type of place in that place. That's the possibility. And that project is going to be run by Hinjewadi, all of you. Headed by Mansundar Prabhu. No? So, Mansundar Prabhu he studied there in Ohio State University. So he knows the community very well there. Today I just connected him there and told they were more than happy. They said, Prabhu, we already know him very well. So it's most welcome. So what I am doing is, in each of these places I am connecting. Hyderabad I have connected to Austin. Austin, which I showed you just now. This is Austin. Similarly, our NVCC Pune, Antardip Prabhu is going to Cincinnati. Like that, in Boston, Raghav Prabhu and Manmohan Shampoo are already there. In MIT USA, Calcutta they are preaching. MIT USA. Similarly, Brooklyn, Arjunanand Prabhu is there, and also Sharbhi Gaurang Prabhu from Warangal is there. So I have allotted almost 15 devotees in 15 places like this. So the idea is, in America, at one time, there were hundreds and thousands of devotees coming to the temples. Now a lot of Indians are coming. Like here you see many Westerners are interested, you see now. Isn't it? They are buying the books, they are even coming for the classes. If you very nicely cultivate them, tomorrow they will come to 16 rounds also. Like what happened in Prabhupada's time can be again revived again. That's a very great possibility. But we have to distribute books, it's very important. So, this is the logo I told you. Logo Gaudiya Mat. You see? One side, here you are seeing Mridangam and printing press here, you see. And this side you find here lamp and bell. Fine. This side is Bhagavatam, that side is Pancharatram. You see. This side is deities are there. Here there is Lakshmi Narayan Vidhi. And Ragamarga is Radha Krishna. Correct now? Because Radha Krishna Vrindavan worship is Ragamarga and Vaikuntha worship is Vaidhi Marga. So very beautifully, this is the symbol he had made. Basically the idea is the deity worship is done for attaining devotion and purification of heart, punctuality, cleanliness, sobriety and all those things. But then Bhagavati Vidhi means Shravanam and Kirtanam and the practice of Navvidha Bhakti, especially spontaneous devotion. So both he has included in this thing. So these are some of the instructions. You see, do not try to serve Krishna. Serve him in such a way that he will want to see you. That was his very famous instruction. Just like a schoolboy who wants to meet his principal, will they allow him to meet a principal easily? Can any schoolboy go and meet the principal? But if he becomes a state first, then principal will call him to his room. So right now, I want to see you because you are a special boy. Similarly, if somebody does some great thing for the nation, then the Prime Minister may want to meet him. They may give him Padma Bhushan or something like that, correct, no? So similarly, we have to first do some devotion service by which we have to attract Krishna rather than, doing something, without doing something, aspiring for, attracting Krishna. The topmost way of serving Krishna is to serve his devotees. I'll show you in the next slide, it's explained more. Yeah. We are not meant to enjoy Krishna. We are meant to be enjoyed by Krishna. So one time, Sri Bhaktisiddhant Thakur was taken to a temple. The sanctum sanctorum was deep inside. So, disciple forgot to bring his spectacles. So he told Guru Maharaj, your specs is in the matha. Would you like to go in the sanctum sanctorum, go near and see the Radha Krishna deities? He said, no, there is no need. I don't have to go because Lord is seeing me enough. I have not come to see him. I have come to be seen by the Lord, he said. So that was his consciousness always. See, humility is most difficult virtue to achieve, but that's what attracts Krishna. They used to say that. Because without becoming humble, one cannot feel dependence on the Lord. No possibility. However artistically and wonderfully we may do things, nothing attracts Krishna if our service is devoid of humility. So if somebody is very stout, you would tell them, you serve grahasthas prasad, you'll become thin. Yeah. So he himself was extremely humble. So he says, I feel like a wretched sinful dog sitting on the assistant. You are all my Prabhus. Radharani and my spiritual master have sent me as a representative to train you and teach you how to love God. That was his consciousness on the Vyasa Puja day. So there are many instructions like this he has given. Real kirtan is when the singer has no ambition for name, fame, recognition, you see. So he was very much opposed to puja, la, pratishtha. If any, even at the time of his leaving the body, he wanted to hear this famous song, Shri Rupa Manjari Pada, correct, no? But he told one devotee to sing, who was a very high attitude devotee. Was not a great singer, simple devotee, but he told him to sing. So his point was that our feelings of bhava, proper devotion is more important than skill alone. And he would tell his disciples, even if no one comes to classes, you preach to 4 walls and come, you would say. We are attached to the service, not to the results. Prabhupada would quote this, because one time devotees arranged a big hall program. It was a free ticket. So they expected about 500 to 600 people, only 7 people turned up. So disciples told Prabhupada, Swamiji, you are very sorry, we could not get many people. Prabhupada said, oh, there were thousands of people. A lot of demigods came to hear the lecture. You didn't see it, he said. And then Prabhupada said this, my Guru said, if no one comes, preach to the 4 walls. In preaching, it's better to have 1 moon than hundreds of stars. Ekaschandra tamahanti sitara sahasrasha used to say that. Another point here, we should not flatter people for some monetary gain. We should have faith that if we speak plain, simple truth, Krishna will provide everything. So these are teachings of Bhaktisiddhant Thakur. See, Goswamiji, I want to talk to you, somebody is saying. Who are you? Asking. I am a devotee of Krishna, I would say. Sorry, I am busy, I can't meet you. He would say. Swamiji, I am servant of Krishna. I am servant of Krishna, he would say. I have all my time, come now. That means he would say that if somebody claims to be Krishna devotee, he cannot. There is one verse which says that Krishna himself says, if somebody claims to be my devotee, he is not my devotee. Somebody becomes assistant to my devotee, he is my devotee. See, this is a very deep thing to understand. There was an ISKCON guru traveled to one temple. One of the young Mataji disciples who was recently initiated, she cried and went to her guru and said, Maharaj, that senior Mataji always cooks for you. Last 15 years she is cooking. This time I wanted to cook, but she is not allowing me to cook. Then Maharaj told her, why she is not allowing you? You know, many of you can assist her. Then one of the Matajis came and said, Maharaj, she doesn't want to assist, she wants to lead. She is telling the senior lady that you get out of the kitchen, I want to cook. And then Maharaj said, see, that senior lady, she knows exactly my health issue and everything, what I need. With the medicinal thing and all, she cooks accordingly. So why didn't you assist her? You know, and this lady was arguing with you and Guru, she was saying, so many years she is cooking, why can't I cook? She just has to give me the list, what is good, I know how to cook. Then Guru told her, see, if you are ready to assist her, I'll be more pleased with you than when you want to lead the cooking. So, this is a very subtle thing. Actually, pleasing Guru is not something which you adamantly want to do and, you know, I want to please you like this. That's not the way you please. Yeah, you have to please the way the Guru expects us to please him. So following the footsteps of Rupa and Raghunath Goswami always aspire for only one thing, service of Supreme Lord and his devotees. So these are some of his last teachings. Yeah. Please accept my blessings to you all, present and absent. Please bear in mind our sole duty and religion is to spread and propagate service to Lord and His devotees. Thus this Vaikuntha man, great Acharya, the Simha Guru, the uncompromising sadhu, the tireless preacher of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement. She went back to Godhead in 1937, January 1st. Srila Bhaktisiddhant Thakur ki Jai. So many thousands of years ago in Padma Purana, there is a prediction that a very elevated, pure and learned personality would appear in Purushottam Kshetra, spread the glories of the Lord. So, in Radha Govinda's eternal pastimes of Golak Vrindavan, Bhaktisiddhant Thakur serves as the Nayana Mani Manjari. She and Kamala Manjari is Bhaktisiddhant Thakur. They are confidential Gopi associates of Radharani. Assistants to Ananga Manjari. Ananga Manjari is Balram's expansion. So Radharani's younger sister, and Shri Rupa Manjari who appeared in Lord Chaitanya's. So they both are Manjaris actually, both Bhaktisiddhant Thakur and Bhaktisiddhant Thakur. All of you please repeat. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktisiddhant Saraswati iti namine Sri Varshavanavi Devi Gayataya Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Gayine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryojvala Premadhya Sri Rupanuga Bhaktida Sri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Viruddha Apasiddhanta Dvanta Harine. So, this is a verse. I offer my obeisance unto Divine Grace, His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhant Thakur, who is very dear to Lord Krishna, having taken shelter at his lotus feet. I offer my respectful obeisances to Sri Varshavanavi Devi, Daita Das, another name of Srila Bhaktisiddhant Thakur, who is favored by Srimati Radharani and who is the ocean of transcendental mercy and the deliverer of the signs of Krishna. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, the personified energy of Sri Chaitanya's mercy, who delivered devotion service which is enriched with conjugal love of Radha and Krishna, coming exactly in the line of revelation of Sri Rupa Goswami. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, who are the personified teachings of Lord Chaitanya, who are the deliverer of the fallen souls. You do not tolerate any statement which is against the teachings of devotion service enunciated by Srila Rupa Goswami. Srila Bhaktisiddhant Thakur ki Jai.
Hare Krishna. He put out in the night party and he came in the morning, we reached the bathroom and we are like,
yesterday we had a dancing kirtan also after that. Probably 10:45, 11.
11.
Close to 11, yeah. Then it was 11:40 yesterday. Yeah. And somebody was eating at 12 o'clock. Yesterday. Late. Yeah.
And then I was just meeting with Koji in the room and he was asking me what's going on with the book distribution. What's the thing going on? I suppose you already know there are so many things, new areas for me, construction, architect, legality, finance. So he said, okay, you're excused for this thing. But what is the plan for this group? So I thought I'll suggest Anand Sheshpur is leading VEC. Maybe Koji can suggest some score on behalf of VEC.
Well, no, what was the last year one?
Last year, total score was 15,000.
Anything more than that you can have. It could be 50, 20, 25.
So we are doing society book distribution. I informed that we are doing this door to door. Other major thing is VC. That's an effort which our team led by Shishru is doing very nice.
This is one service you can close your eyes and do, and you will get a lot of blessings of Prabhupada, because Prabhupada repeatedly has emphasized a lot on this book distribution. I am also tomorrow, I think tomorrow day after, I am going to Narayangaon, morning to evening, and then that night I am going and staying in Prabhupada. There some 5 Bhagavatam sets are going. So I went to Chennai for a couple of days. 34 Bhagavatam sets went there. Chennai, they have a community of like, they have 1300 people, online community, out of which in Chennai 70% are staying there. So I spoke in Tamil for 2 days and we had, so we all should put our level best to reach out.
And as part of that initiative, Prabhuji is here also. Because getting Prabhuji was becoming difficult, our schedules were not matching, Prabhuji's schedule was not available. Weekend is always the preference, but weekend is always pre-booked and whatnot. So there are 3 devotees.
Because this year I already came once before, correct now?
Yeah.
Come. So now I come to give this Bhagavatam sets. You can bring those Bhagavatam, somebody?
We have there are 3 families, 2 different Bhagavatam sets.
Pen?
One is, get a pen for my name. Get a pen. So one is Anand Purnima. You have the English one? Yeah. English or Hindi? English. What the Purnima is here?
In the van? It's behind the computer.
Yeah. The sticker? Oh, the sticker.
Yeah. See, these children, if you call them, I will show them something interesting. You can call them?
You can call all children. Come fast. इधर आ जाओ प्रभु जी बुला रहे सबको बच्चों को अच्छा बैठो इधर बैठो
They can see the...
ये देखो दिखाने वाले
Because now they have patiently allowed us to have our class.
Arjuna, the friend who let Krishna show the way.
Why it's not going?
B for Balaram, the gentle strength that helps our hearts obey. C for Chaitanya, the golden Lord who taught us how
Hey,
to
why it's not
pray.
going?
D for Damodar, little Krishna whom pure mother loved. Could loving A for Arjuna, the friend who let Krishna show the way. B for Balaram, the gentle strength that helps our hearts obey. C for Chaitanya, the golden Lord who taught us how to pray. D for Damodar, little Krishna whom pure mother love could lovingly sway. E for Ekadashi, a sacred fast that turns the heart toward Krishna's way. F for the flute, the sweet call guiding wandering souls today. G for Gopal, the cowherd Lord showing compassion in every play. H for Harinam, the holy sound that washes all fears away. I for the ideal devotee who serves with love in whatever Krishna may say. J for Jamuna river, where Krishna's childhood laughter danced through each day. Krishna's mercy one blessed day. Q for quiet prayer, where we whisper truths our hearts can't say. R for Radha, whose pure devotion leads all souls to him always. S for Shyam, the beautiful Lord, blue as a monsoon day. T for Tulsi leaf, a tiny gift that makes his heart sway. U for Uddhava, who treasured Krishna's wisdom night and day. V for Vrindavan, where every breeze remembers his name today. W for worship, simple devotion is the offering we made. X for extra mercy, Krishna gives more than we can never repay. Y for Yashoda Maya, whose loving arms taught even God to stay. C for zero fear, for his holy name holds us close, come what may. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Nice? Because the children allowed us to have our class. The last gift for them. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki. You got a sticker? Yeah.
Please show us.
Somebody can help open this.